There's nothing going on that can't be turned around, and you're at 53. You're still a young pup. Okay,
That's
you've
nice.
got time. I was 48, 49. I would not be here today if I didn't, get into this work. I got into this work because I was so confused and no one was helping me. And and I'm nearly 63 now, and I can tell you, I have.
You look great.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I've done obviously I've done some work on myself. I walk my talk. I'm not a Puritan, but I manage my body well, and I manage my energy well, and I manage my, like I was pre-cancerous. I had anxiety, had depression, I had chronic fatigue, you name it. Oh, I had a heart attack. That's what got me sort of. That's what I had a small. It wasn't a, it was a minor heart attack, and that's what triggered things. It's like I was living in dreamland, thinking I was like not too bad, but no, I was a mess, um, and I turned everything around quite quickly, and I did that by following what I talk about all the time and what I do with my coaching. We want to monitor stuff. I monitor the body's response. That's what I used to do because one person would be saying, "Oh, you've got to do." I turned to mainstream medicine to start with, and they were confusing the hell out of me. And then I thought, well, I'm going to go to practice naturopaths and natural medicine. And even then, there was a lot of different ideas about what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And I'm thinking, well, they can't all be right. Because what was happening is there was a response to my condition, not me,
Right.
not my chemistry. And I was
Yeah.
different. And I reacted differently. And I found that out through my work and learning about this. And I never had any for me doing this work, I've done it for nearly 13 years now. I would not ever dreamt of doing this work before that. Um, it was something that was so far, removed from what I thought I'd ever do. But through the process of turning my life around, excuse me, and then realizing like, whoa, this is like, is it, am I able to really do that? And I did then I did training. I went to America and I did some specialized training and whatnot. But it just blew me away how quick I was able to turn things around and doing things that a lot of people might have been saying, no, you don't do that, or you do this. No, you shouldn't be doing that. That's bad for you.
Yeah.
And so I used to do things, and I then I'd monitor my body's response to say, well, that was good, do more of it. That was bad, do less of it. And then through
Yeah.
that process, and then I started helping people at work, and I started to make a difference in people's lives. And I thought, oh, I like this. This is really rewarding, you know. So
Yeah. I love it.
I used to work in organizational psychology. My job was to try and understand. I worked in the mining industry, and essentially my role was to go into my whole background's mining all over Australia. And my role was to go into an organization or an operation, I should say, mining operation that was complete chaos, poor management, poor leadership, everyone fed up, people leaving, no communication, things going wrong. And in mining, just little things going wrong, big, big money. Like they're making so much money per minute. Um,
Yeah.
so my job was to understand the structure of the behavior. And that's why when I got sick, this is like a few years later, I thought, well, I want to understand the structure of my illness, and then I want to understand the structure of wellness, and then I'll put it all together. And so it was quite easy for me to swap over, and it was just for me, it's very logical. For me, it was it fitted it really did fit with me. And then I started helping people with one of the projects I was working on. Oh, I told you, didn't I? Yeah, and it's just like, oh, that's what I was going to say. I do laugh about this because I went from never working so little for so much to working so much for so little.
I know. Sorry.
Oh no, 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 no! This is my life. But it was, I had a clinic. I started up a clinic. I have had two clinics in Australia, and I sort of did that. And I've been doing this remotely for maybe eight years now, as you might have known. I mean, I've lived all over the world. I just move around, and I'm not traveling, and I'm not holiday. I'm just having another. No, I'm on my own. I don't have any other responsibilities. I don't have any relationship anymore. It's just like I'll just go. Well, I'll go and live in Peru, and I'll work from there. I'll go and live in Thailand. I'll work from there. I'll go to Vietnam. I'll work from there. And so that marrying that life up with what I do works really well. I'm in the UK right now, And so I've learnt a lot because I've done 10 years now. I mean, I train other people to do what I do as well around the world. And am I the answer to everything? Of course I'm not. But I'm very good at what I do. I'm very good at reading the book. And you got a book, and I read it. And we're going to take you through now. I'm going to show you the bloods first. I'm going to talk you through. Okay.
I'm going to take notes too.
Yeah, you can take. Well, if you like, because I'm recording this, I can take one copy before I take out the name and stuff like that. And I can send you. I'll send you a video. Don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff.
No,
if you only,
I'm not. Don't worry.
If you only retain like 10% of it, it's okay, because I try and like there's so much to do in an hour. Like if we need to go an hour and a half, I go an hour and a half. That's no big deal.